Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guide. Today in this video, this is the upcoming week preview. So stay tuned. The markets look ahead, kind of. That's the style that I'm going for. So stay tuned. Hey, if you're new to the channel, don't be shy. Subscribe. I talk about commodities. I talk about cannabis a lot. And yeah, I'm very involved in the market. So if that interests you, don't be shy. Ensure you hit the thumbs up. I really do truly appreciate that. I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Uh, do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research, due diligence, and you like the investments you're pursuing. So in this video, we're just going to be going through just these calls that I'm talking about on Twitter and then on the BC-Cannabis Store. Just go through their thing. It's just gonna be a short video. I gotta go get on the bus in the next like half hour to go see my dad and go watch the Super Bowl. So I don't have much time to make a long video, but I will later on. Anyways, so let's get to this. So these is my, I put out lots of tweets, because it's just quick, but it's a lot of information. So, if you want to follow me on here, I'm at Compound Stock 13, and yeah, I just write a lot of tweets. So this is what I said, and I'm just gonna go through it. Monday stocks to watch are, I'm thinking Apple puts are something to look into. I'm not sure exactly what Apple's trading at. I'm thinking like 320, somewhere around that range. So if you were to look at a put, you could look at a put for say like Friday, to expire, or the next Friday. Uh, if you get a cheap enough option, you could probably get like a 30 to a 75% gain very quickly. It just depends. I mean, there could be a lot of panic in the morning with this coronavirus bullshit thing going on. So and then there's all this like I did this tweet, and the China injecting 174 billion of liquidity on February 3rd as markets reopen. So that's what is it? What is today? Is it the 31st? What is the schedule? Is it date? I know it's pretty pathetic. I should have my phone and I should know that, but okay, it is February 2nd. Yeah, so tomorrow they're reopening. I didn't realize that it was February 2nd. I thought it was February 1st for some reason. But anyways, this is a big injection of money, 174 billion into the China economy. So what that is, they're just going to be printing, like, I don't know exactly how it does, but it's just a bunch of hoo-ha. And when you think of that, it's the safe havens. You want to put money into gold, in my opinion, whenever they put like these injections. But there's no certainty, right? Because they've been printing. It doesn't necessarily mean gold's going to go up tomorrow. That's just the you got to really look at the charts. I mean, the commodities on investing.com, gold and silver and all that, those are going to start trading in the next couple hours. And then coming up to the morning, then you're going to have a better understanding of the direction that the gold and silver is going to go, as well as crude oil, the lifeblood of the SPY, and the Dow and all that stuff that's part of the industrial military complex. And they always have to push up crude, and then that pushes up the SPY and all the big stocks, Apple and all that. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, but that's usually what happens, like more than 90% of the time, it seems. So anyways, wheat and precious metals, as I did in my last video, I was talking about them. So they're with like about 50% gold, 50% gold to silver. They're pretty much equivalent. And then they have about a 10% weighting in palladium. So they're going to be reporting in March sometime, I believe. So that should be a lot better earnings. Like, they didn't really have great earnings like about a year or two ago, but now that the prices of these commodities have spiked so much that they're not a very capital intensive business because it's a royalty. So yep. And then Pan American Silver, that's a very well-known silver play. Now I was watching a video, and someone said that they just bought a gold mine as well. So they're not just a big silver play; they're also a gold play. So gold's at very good prices as far as margin goes and making money on every ounce. But silver, you can't really say the same thing. I mean, they're making money, but not to the same extent as on the gold. So yeah, I mean, the more gold you get, the better. But I believe that silver can go a lot higher. It's just when's that gonna happen is the real good question mark. So regardless, damn, I keep pressing that. Anyways, so I did BABA or Amazon. So BABA is like the China stock for Amazon, and they compete with Amazon and then Amazon. So the reason for that is like people may not want to go to the stores, so then they can buy BABA or Amazon calls. But there's no certainty that Amazon's gonna go up. It's just an idea. It's just that it's a thesis at this point. I can't confirm it until I get closer into the day or the starting few minutes or whatever. Might have better direction and understanding where it's gonna go. But until then, this is just a thesis. And the gold companies to look into are Kirkland Lake Gold (KL) and Gold Bear Gold. And then I believe in Canada or America, it's ABX. And then Newmont NEM. And these are big. Did I say big? Big gold players. So Wheaton Precious Metals also a gold player, but they're also silver players, so I didn't count them in that one. Now silver, Pan American Silver, Wheaton Precious Metal, and First Majestic FR, and then AG. So it depends where you are in the US or Canada, whether it's an FR AG. So yeah, I think FR is in Canada, but I'm not 100% certain. But yeah, these are just ideas going into Monday with the current environment of quantitative easing plus China money injection. So yeah, so that's what's up. Yeah, again, that's my Twitter page, and I post a lot of tweets. I'm pretty new to Twitter. I've only been there for about I want to say like about 6, maybe 8 months or so. But I don't know. I'm growing my Twitter page. I got 267 followers, and I talk to a lot of people on Twitter. So it's just kind of a community of people that just kind of, I just look at some news things. I get the news reports in the morning, and then I just kind of retweet that, and then I look at the news, and I just source from Twitter, and then I kind of go about my day. I don't spend all day on Twitter or anything like that, but it's a very fast way to get information, so I like it in that sense. Yeah, there's some jerks and some a-holes on Twitter, but that's everywhere. And yeah, so these are the vapes. I just gonna go on them. Apparently, Heritage Cannabis is making a product for Zenabis, so maybe they'll have vapes out. I know Zenabis isn't the most favorite company right now, and they're going through a lot of difficulties in the market, but I'm not really doubting against them because I put a lot of money into that company in the teens, so we will see. But I'm not advising to buy it or anything like that. I think it's very sketchy play in a sense, but there's high risk, high reward. So Chronos, Tilray, Chronos, and Labs. So these are the top 4 ones right now. Aurora's sold out of theirs, and then you got Sundial, Tilray, Chronos. I missed that. These are all pretty much these 3 are the Oxley brands, and then you got Aurora brands for the vapes, and some Afri's got a lot of vapes with this Dosis brand, and that's what Friday Night Inc. wants to have in their store. They want to have a Dosis health wellness kind of area in the store where they just sell the vape pens, as far as I'm concerned, unless they have other products with doses. But there's a lot of these like vapes, the dosist, and it'll just beep when you get your dose. So it's an interesting product. I have not tried the product, but it does sound very cool. So these are the Pax Lab little Pax Era pod. So that would be what Zenabis is gonna have, and Supreme and some other companies are gonna have. Now the Kiefs is a very interesting product as well, and yeah, from Canna Farms, and more doses products and labs. So I know that it's just, I think the vapes are gonna be a good seller, and you can't sell them in Alberta, which is a joke, and in Ontario you can buy them, but I don't think you can't in Quebec. So really the only place they're really making a lot of money now for vapes, besides the East Coast, but the market out there is maybe 5 or 10% for all those places. So the big money makers is in BC and in Alberta and Ontario, but for the vapes you can only do it in BC and Alberta and Ontario, I mean. So that's what's up. Companies to look for in cannabis, I think, I don't have a watch list or something like that. The top 5 picks or anything like that, I don't think I'll do that for February or anything like that. That's not really my style, to just always have a pick, but I'm very consistent with the companies that I like, for the most part, because company, if a company is good, realistically it shouldn't be out of favor just in a month just because like it went down in price. It's still the same company. Sure, it may not go up, but so I mean, I'm gonna say companies to look for in cannabis are Valens and Labs and Chronos, and even look at Tilray. I'm not really I mean, maybe look at ACB. It just depends on the direction of the market, whether it goes up, if you want to do a day trade or a swing trade or all that, but you got to protect your downside risk. So if you were looking at 250, if it goes to 240 or 235, then it's time to get out. That's like a mental stop loss. You don't need to necessarily have a stop loss. You can just like look at the trigger and be like, okay, it's continuously going down and the candlesticks, I need to get the F out and get the F out. So yeah, that's enough. I hope you enjoyed this session. I mean, I'm not talking about all cannabis stocks that really come to mind, but those are some companies to think about, of course. And even the ETF HMMJ, and like companies like IPR, GW Pharma, Village Farms, VFF, True Leaf, and all that, and even Liberty Health Sciences. I really like their financials, to be honest. I haven't done a report card series. I don't know if I will. But LHS in Canada, I think, is a good company, but I don't know if they'll go up this week. Anyways, keep compounding your info. Listen to my lingo, and shaka, peace. I'm out. You guys have a good weekend, and enjoy the sunshine or the rain or anything like that. And peace. I'm out.